review. Welcome back to Screen Fiends. And are you American? Okay. Where you from? Iowa. Okay. Iowa's American. What about you? Where you from? Texas. Hmm, that's American. Yep. Texas is American. That is 100% American. Now, what I'm seeing here is a huge failure in communication. As this film dictates one of two things to the world. It's putting the world on alert to look out because it is 100% on the level. Did he just say Hong Kong? That's China, right? Yeah. Ah! Civil War brings everything to a front. I love this movie. And the reason I love this movie is because it tells a whole different story than any other type of war movie that you've seen. War movies normally have one character that you normally follow through. You're basically following a reporters that are going to report on American soil wars breaking out everywhere, and the president is looked at as basically the enemy here in this whole situation and trying to find out who's the bad guy. They want to find out what's going on with the president of the United States of America, as he seems to be losing the country, though he's telling everyone they're winning the war. Now, what they're discovering is that in different cities that they go into, some cities are completely different. They are oblivious to what's going on. Then you start to see others are desensitized to all of the things that they see around them. They become completely desensitized about what's going on around them, how it's developing, how people are supposed to move. And in another faction, you get to see other people have formed their own in their own towns, and they decided, look, we're gonna get our guns and we're gonna do what we want to do. This guy just took over a store and started running things and running a gas station, and they just doing what they want to do. So the country is in peril, and there's a lot of people that's been getting shelter, staying in abandoned football fields, and it is a mess out there. It's a war zone. One guy is shooting at them, and another guy is shooting back. You got guys who are military trained, military gear, and they're just going to war. And they're firing at people and left and right, and it's just not adding up. Then Jesse Clemens' character, Plemons rather, his character is the one you see in the commercials where he's asking you, well, what kind of American are you? Now, once he started asking questions like that, that's when things started to go off the rails. And what Alex Garland accomplished here was something that was quite achievable, but it took a lot of work. And to get to this point, they had to basically flush out everything they thought they knew. Everything they believed in had to be flushed. And then when they flushed it, like all your concepts, like I've seen so many Republican type of GOP conservative uh, podcast shows just shooting down the movie before it even came out. They don't even know what it is yet, but they just, oh, it's some left wing thing, so we're going to shoot this down. They hadn't even seen the movie. Now they're all singing its praises. But they hadn't even seen the movie and was already passing judgment. So now that Civil War came out, and Civil War is such a movement and a success, now everybody wants to relish in it. But it's gripping, and I advise everyone to see this in Dolby Atmos Theater. Look for a Dolby Atmos Theater to watch it in. You feel like you're right out there. The gunshots are coming right over your head. You hear everything. Dolby Vision, absolutely the clearest picture you could ever hope to see. And it's incredible. Now, there is a scene that gets people just, oh my God, like he shot them. And it was a scene that's jarring and it took some people away. I didn't feel too much any which way about it anyway. I'm not going to say they deserved it, but I didn't care that they bought it. And for everybody else, they kind of did. I just didn't care. They were not understand the gravity of what's going on around the world. It's like, you're not getting it after all the stuff you done seen. You still ain't getting it. Each town you go in, there's a 90% chance you could get sniped. You can get hit with a bullet just for walking down the street. It's anarchy everywhere. Yeah, so you gotta be careful, man. They can hit you at any time, anywhere, whenever they feel like it. Quite interesting, man. The Kristen Dunst did a great job playing the reporter. She played a very, just like a war reporter would do. You're very stoic. Your focus is what your job is, and you're at peace at it. She's a veteran at her job. Now, it's where they decide to take her character, you know. Um, I just didn't kind of understand how she would go there with it, you know. Then she like snaps out of it and comes back to being herself. But this is something they've never dealt with before. This is some very live action gravity that they have to deal with, and if you're in the way, you're getting smoked. Straight up and down. There ain't no playing games here. So Civil War is 4 stars out of 4 for me, because unlike a lot of war movies, even though I would have loved to see more of that, the last 20 minutes is outstanding. And I would have loved to have seen that more of that throughout, the film. But I'm cool with what they did, because they were showing you how like desensitized the world is and how most people ignore and just treat it as if it's just something on the news. That's all it is. Nothing to worry about. Just something they seen on the news. So that's that. I'm definitely go. I'm going again tomorrow to see it. I'm gonna see Civil War about 4 times this week. Absolutely. It's my movie of the year so far. The movies, it's almost like every movie that's out is great right now, and that's very rare. There's like no bad movie at the movie theater right now. That's crazy. I still haven't seen Monkey Man though. I gotta do that. I was so wrapped up with this, I haven't even done that. So I'll talk to you guys later. Thank y'all for joining Screen Fiend. Holla at y'all later.